So I'd like to thank everybody for having me. The judges for getting me to the next level, really great. And I want to start with a quote. Eleanor Roosevelt said, "Do something that scares you every day." And I for sure fulfilled that quota today and yesterday. So I'm Kyle Chandler, the founder of the Subtle Tea Company. We produce a fresh brewed, all organic, handcrafted iced tea. We believe it's important to use quality ingredients. So not only am I the founder, I'm the delivery man, I'm the brewer, I'm the salesman, and I overall, it's me taking care of this with the help of some friends. So how I started was I've always been a big fan of iced tea, deli tea, going in my favorite deli, getting unsweetened, this, that, whatever. Everybody always had great tea and I loved it. So in March of 2013, I'm an engineer. In 2013, my job let us know that they were moving jobs to Florida, 800 of them. So I was a little nervous, I didn't know what to do, and I'd always wanted to do something on my own. So I was looking for something, not sure what I wanted to do. I was at a beer festival. I love beer festival. I have friends with brewers on Long Island, at these beer festivals I would work, I would help, I would volunteer, and I got paid in beer. It was great. But being at these events, I always felt that there was something missing. There wasn't something to rehydrate or just take a break from a big AVB beer that I've been drinking all day. So I was at this beer festival in August of 2013, and my mind was blown that I couldn't get something to drink. And I was thinking, how do we fix this? And with my love of iced tea, my mom always making sun tea, a light bulb went on. Why not make a craft brewed iced tea? Blend the worlds. This is my living room, that drill press, because I'm cool like that. So I have this real belief of making things by hand. My dad taught me from a young age, he's a cabinet maker, to always appreciate the quality of real produced product. So I produce in small batches, 40 gallons at a time currently. That's limitation to my equipment that I have. I produce out of the Calverton incubator on the east end of Long Island. And it's been an epic experience figuring out how to make things and jump into an industry that I had really no idea about. So we have 3 flavors: plum, raspberry, and a decaf apple mango, and we're coming out with a sweetless black lemon later this month. And our plum is our flagship. We think it's really cool to stand out by being different. Our look is pretty subtle, our tastes are subtle, and by having a unique flavor with plum and also being an underutilized fruit, I think, it really goes well with the black tea and complements and works well, I think. So, and it's my favorite fruit. So that's that one. So putting everything together, there's, I feel, a big market or a variety of places that subtle tea can be enjoyed. From breweries and vineyards to natural food stores and farm stands, bars and restaurants with our cool cocktails that we've kind of developed over time with the help of some friends. And we think that people appreciate what we're doing with this craft, this local, this brewed product. The people that really I see that really seem to enjoy it are health-conscious people that are flavor-conscious. They appreciate tasting tea first in an iced tea. A lot of iced teas out there are just sugar water with flavors, and I got kicked in the mouth with sugar water, and I didn't like it. So I gave myself a problem, which was make a better tea. And I think that I've accomplished that. So that was my goal starting out. Next. That was my toy as a kid. My dad was cleaning out the basement and he said, "Come get your stuff." That wasn't the word he used. And I loved it. And I thought it spoke to my character, my belief, and how I think retaining some craft and some integrity and look was a lot for what subtle tea should be. And that, again, is in my living room. So I'd like to leave you with what I ended yesterday with. Subtle's not just our name, but it's our way of craft. Using the highest quality organic ingredients, fresh brewed in small batches, Subtle Tea offers a true taste of tea without the muddle of artificial flavors or preservatives. Tea the way it is meant to be because Subtle is better.
Hey, good job. If you can stay over here, Kyle. I've been told my AV team to stay in a certain line here. Okay. Subtle Tea, as we talked about yesterday with some of the judges, clever name. The promotion and sort of positioning of a Subtle Tea is interesting as well. Rebecca, does the branding and the promotion of this product align with the label that you see in front of you?
I think he's got two great things going on, the name and the label. I don't think they necessarily marry together and tell each other's story, but I think there's two great things to work from. Just don't know which one you want to dial up.
Okay. John, in terms of the actual tea itself and drinking it, the different varieties, what do you think?
I guess I'm a little conflicted. I mean, it certainly tastes nice. I guess, it sounds like you're telling a story that is similar and reminiscent of like the Honest Tea story back in the day. So I guess I don't totally understand like what this brings that's different. I don't know if there's something we're missing, like in terms of how you're making it, or if there's something proprietary to it. But it's certainly a great tasting bottle of tea. I guess I'm curious, and maybe I just didn't hear you. How much does this retail for?
It retails for $3 is where my price point is currently. But a lot of that is because I'm buying very small numbers of things. Packaging is a huge cost for me. I go to the guy in 2 towns over and I buy bottles. Hey, Joe, I need some bottles. And he drops them all, or I pick them up, and it's very easy. But I'm not buying a tractor trailer of things at a time. And I understand that there is scalability and we can lower some.
Are you like making this like literally yourself?
My father helps me. So I still have a full-time 9 to 5. And then I go to the Calverton incubator late night. My dad comes with me and we'll be there for 5 or 6 hours. We brew 120 gallons of tea, bottle it, and then I put the labels on with some friends later in the day. And, so it's a real handcrafted product, and I believe that there's character behind it. And I think that's a lot of it. It's not proprietary. I steep tea. Mm-hmm. I'm boiling water, I'm putting tea in it, I'm putting dried fruit in it, and I'm putting a little bit of organic cane sugar to create a subtly sweet taste.
Laura, Jeff had talked a little bit earlier about that story and how important it is for brands to stand out when customers want to see a story. And we heard it today from Rebecca. It's like stories are the new currency, I believe, is what you said. Does it come out with what you've seen with Subtle Tea?
When you're just looking at the package, no, you'd have to pick it up. And honestly, just even reading it on the back isn't really giving me an inspiration for your product. So I'm not really grasping quite that handcrafted, why I need to spend the money type feeling from your product.
Okay. And Jack, what are your thoughts on the product itself? It looks like a premium product, and premium teas are a pretty good part of that category. What are your thoughts on how it can succeed and stand out among premium teas?
I think the category's got plenty of potential for growth in terms of this kind of idea of. I think the story you tell about crafting, doing it in such a way is a big theme across a lot of industries. So I think there's a lot in that. I think the packaging reflects that a little bit in terms of the way it comes out. The flavors are subtle, right, which in some ways I was looking for a little bit more out of the flavor.
Yeah. Jeff, this looks like a product that could be on the shelf next to other cold pressed juices, premium juices, and that kind of package with the cap and everything else like that. Is it going to be easy for people to understand quickly and grasp quickly what this brand is all about and what it might taste like?
The thing I wrote down was strong branding. It definitely jumps off the shelf. Yeah. And when I saw all the products, this was one of the ones that stood out in that respect. I just to concur with some of the other feedback, it does need a bit more substance on the back label story, or perhaps on the website, which I took a look at, but didn't dive down too deep to get a better idea of kind of the brand DNA.
Great. John, last thoughts?
Yeah, I would sort of agree with that. I didn't mean to sound overly negative on it. It's certainly when I looked at it in the sample bar downstairs, like it stood out, it tastes good. So there definitely is some good stuff there. It's just how do you kind of put all that together so that when you're not pitching me on stage here, like I get it.
Right.
Great. Thank you. We're out of time. And thanks so much, Kyle. That was great.
Thank you much.